dang it, dude, he just come off. Golly. Did you get that on film? Gosh almighty, dude. Don't start this crap again. I gotta restart, dude. I got a bug on my face.
Oh. Yeah, they're everywhere. So tell me about with
First things first, we're gonna load this Phoenix up. Second thing is, we're gonna turn that truck AC on as high as it'll absolutely go. And third thing is, we're gonna go home and take a shower. Then fourth thing is, we're going to Mexican. All right, guys, we are back. This is the Bassmaster Open stop number 5 at Lake Eufaula, Oklahoma. You know, when we're sitting right here on the shores of it. So Oklahoma is a special place to me. You know, I was here for 5 years. You know, a little younger generation of me, this is when I was riding horses. I'm sure you guys saw that on the first KOB we did at Okeechobee, but muddy water to clear water all across the country. You know, we go to places that are incredible fisheries and sometimes incredibly tough, like this body right here behind me. So you can't really know everything about this sport, in my opinion, just because it's constantly changing, you're constantly learning. All these bodies of waters we go to, different conditions, and you know, people might think they figure it out. You know, they could win practice. I caught 25 pounds each day of practice, but going into the tournament, it's completely different conditions. And that's why I strive to tell myself, you know, it don't matter how practice was. You know, leading into the tournament, that's all that matters is day one, and that is in the morning. So, you know, whatever happened in practice this week, I don't really care. It's past us. You know, we eliminated a lot of water. That's the good thing about it. Even though if you have a bad practice, you can always look at the positive side. You know where not to go because, yeah, you didn't get any bites. So, you know, like I said, guys, we're just going to go have fun this week and try to reel in as many as we can. We're going to work our ass off doing it. All right, guys, we're on the final day of practice here at Lake Eufaula. I believe this is stop number 5 of the Bassmaster Opens. I'm tired, as you can tell in my voice. Sun's just, well, getting daylight out, and it's a half day. It's been a long week, guys. It's 100+ degrees each day. You know, Oklahoma is, it's fishing. This is probably gonna be the toughest tournament of the year. Not probably, it is gonna be the toughest tournament of the year. You know, everybody's struggling. I've had 4 or 5 keeper bites in literally 4 days of practice. So, you know, and in tournaments like this, we're just gonna put the trolling motor down and go. I got a good game plan. I mean, me and Cody are traveling together, and he's caught 4 or 5 keepers. Everybody I've talked to, I mean, it's been terrible. But, you know, hey, these tough tournaments are usually the easiest ones to win, so that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna work our ass off and see what happens. So this is a half day of practice. Let's get it.
Way back home, count my bones as a desert crumbs spoon. Don't turn all of my stones.
Rock bottom make the man, and some pressure make a gemstone. Trying to put $1 to my name, like Creflo. Not the boy, late to the game. It's in the blood flow. And I'm from the south.
You're him, dude. Cody said, "You're him." You were like, he just told me. He said, "Go ask him." He asked me, he said, if there's one person you can call him, who is it? I said, Easton. He said, deal.
Yo, scared of your potential. I'm adorned with mine. 30 times around the sun, man. Of course I shine.
One thing about Oklahoma, she's a hangy one. There he is right there, look. Got him on right now. He's swimming with it. He's right here. There, he just come off. Ah! Gosh, that gives me cold chills. One thing I have learned though this week on this pond, even the water's dropping, like, you know, we got here, it was probably 3 feet higher. These suckers live in like that much water. You can't throw shallow enough. You think, you know, you throw your spinnerbait up there or something, and you're like, God, that's too shallow, and one freaking grabs a hold of it. I mean, it's incredible how shallow these dudes live. So I gotta really remind myself of that. I mean, because you could fish down this bank, you know, and try to throw it out here a little ways off the bank and not get a bite, but I mean, if you ain't throwing up there in the dirt, I don't think you're gonna catch one. And that all, you know, revolves back to muddy water. Fish, like when the water's super muddy, they always live shallow. So what I've really have to been, try to clue in on this week. And, live scope, not gonna be a big player. I'm basically not even gonna look at it, just turn it off and, just fish the conditions, fish what looks good. And on tournaments like this, that's tough. I mean, sometimes that's the best case scenario, just literally put the trolling motor down and, fish what looks good in front of you. I don't feel like there's a lot of bass in Eufaula. I just feel like, they're in small, tight groups, small coves or a creek. There's 2 creeks down on the lower end that are clean, and there's a bunch of fish in there. There's another one right there. Look at him. I was gonna try to catch him. I need to catch one of them. I've had a terrible year. I've had a couple checks here and there, but I hadn't had that click. And I was talking to a buddy, and he was like, man, he said it just takes that one bite. It takes that one bite to turn your whole year around. Then, I get a couple top 10s, maybe you win, or, you forget about the bad tournaments, and, it's all about that one bite. It's all up here in your mind, and you get that one bite, them train tracks start rolling, and that chugga-lugga starts chucking down the train. So that's what we're looking for this week. Hopefully turn the season around. Top 10 would be absolutely incredible, and that's what we're gunning for. We're gunning for a top 10 or a win, and just try to catch all we can catch. Probably the most valuable thing you can get is eliminating water. Because like I said earlier, this place, fish is super small, but I keep trying to get away from the crowd and, hadn't worked yet, but necessarily it's kind of like Florida. Florida fish is super small. If you're not in the crowd, you're not gonna catch them. So it's kind of the same breath here. But just covering a bunch of water, keep trying stuff, keep it open-minded. It's super hard on tournaments like this just because it's so hard to generate or bite, necessarily. Like, I went all day yesterday and I think I caught like 6 or 7 and didn't even have a keeper, just short ones. But it's all a mind game, and just super tough tournaments like this. Oh God, we gotta get out of here. Maybe it's not even a keeper. Yeah, that's a keeper. All right, let's get out of here. Little thunder cricket. I think it's a keeper. Oh yeah. Little tubby tub. It's that 3/4, that's that new tungsten one, man. Let's shoot on up here around the corner. Yes, practice starting out. Me and Cody's been watching the water level, since a couple weeks before he was gonna come. And, so basically what happened is a couple weeks ago, the water was super high. The bushes were flooded. I mean, it was like 6 feet above summer pool. And had all those fish choked up shallow. Like the BPT was here when Zach Bird's won, and, it basically flooded on them, and that's where the start of it was. But, so it's kind of like right now, like even through all throughout practice, from the first day of practice to, tomorrow's tournament morning, the water dropped about 3 feet. It was dropping like 6-7 inches a day. So it did a number on it. So it's kind of got all the fish scattered out a little bit. And, I don't necessarily mind that. Yeah, I mean, we knew going into this that this was not going to be, the quote unquote slugfest. It was going to be a grinder. I said the half day was my best day just because I actually got some bites, and at least I got a little bit of confidence rolling into tomorrow. But I got around an area, which is the ramp that they live at. So, but it's still, still gave me confidence, and I just got to go out there tomorrow and just kind of, like I said, roll with everything. And there might be 150 boats in front of the ramp. I don't know, but we're just going to kind of roll with it and see what happens. Yeah, so going into a tournament like Eufaula, I kind of mentioned earlier that we'll have a bunch of stuff rigged up, and preparation for a tournament like this for me is like, okay, so, I got a clear water bite deal and I got a muddy water bite deal. Am I gonna go to clear water? I don't know, it's just gonna depend on, how my morning progresses, and, that if we don't catch them, we'll go to clear water, yada, yada, yada. But Like the preparation is, I want to have rods rigged for everything. I want to have rods rigged for muddy water and clear water. You know, I'm gonna have my fiddle worms, my shaky head rods, and anything to my spinnerbait rods, thunder cricket rods for muddy water. So yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of boats, like a ton of boats, but I just don't want to be like, I can't make a full cast, because you know, last year I heard, I didn't fish from there, but last year I heard you had like 20, 30 feet in between you and other boats. So you know, you're just casting out the back of a guy's motor and just winding it in. So if it gets like that, I'm probably out, but you know, like I said, I'm gonna try to mentally stay in it there, because there is a bunch of fish there. There's gonna be a lot of them caught, and I hope we're one of them in the morning. That big water. Good morning, folks. It's day one of the Bassmaster Opens. Stop number 5 at Lake Eufaula. We got a beautiful sunrise. You know, wind's blowing a little bit today. I feel good, you know. Mind's in a good place, and you know, at the end of the day, we're just gonna go out there and absolutely work our ass off all day long from 6 o'clock to 3:45 is when I check in. So it's gonna be a long day, but 5 bites, guys. 5 keeper bites is the goal today. We just gotta, you know, mentally stay in it. I'm sure there's gonna be a bunch of boats on our starting hole, and I just can't let that get to my head, because you know, that's what I'm afraid of, and I know there's gonna be a bunch of boats. So I just gotta, you know, mentally stay in it, stay calm and focused, and just take it one bite at a time, one cast at a time. And I feel good though. It is day one of the Bassmaster Opens at Lake Eufaula in Oklahoma. There's always that day one, you know, blast off running down the lake where you're like, gosh, you know, just that feeling, like, you know, as a bass fisherman, like there's nothing like it, absolutely nothing like it, no matter if you're in a Tuesday evening tournament or fishing a Bassmaster Classic or an Open or whatever it might be. Gonna be a lot of retying. Jeepers Murphy. Every single cast. Didn't zero, baby. We didn't zero. All right, guys, look. This is number 1. We got 4 bites. It's a freaking good one. Got it, he choked that rage crawl. It's a good one right there, folks. Yes. Y'all have no idea how good that makes me feel. Because it's all about momentum. It's all about having confidence in what you're doing. That's awesome, guys. 4 more to go. Hopefully we need those cold tags today. Let's go, baby. Gosh, dang it. Gosh, dang it. Oh, it's a freaking keeper. Go on. It's a freaking catfish, dude. Gosh, dang it. That was a freaking bite. Pretty bad when you got a bump down there, all of them. It's 3 rats and a 3-pounder.
I got one all right one.
Yeah.
Lucky I didn't know if I was gonna catch one.
I didn't either.
Tristan McCormick, another former college bracket champion. Per EQ. Won the bag today, Tristan.
Man, it was just one of them days, you know, but tomorrow's a new day, and we're going to go out there and see what happens. But a huge shout out to my aunt and cousin for coming down from Texas, and we'll see if we can bring them a couple in tomorrow.
You're okay. 16 to get started, Tristan. Good luck tomorrow. Lake Eufaula.
Thank you, brother. All right, guys, day one is complete, you know, weighed in 6 pounds, 10 ounces. Definitely not the start we wanted. The guys, look, you know, it was just one of those days for me, and I feel like I've been saying this all year, but it's truly been happening. Like, just nothing went right. I lost 2 or 3 really, really nice ones, and as tough as it is out here to generate a bite, you know, it just gets in my head, and it kind of spun me out. And I mean, I literally lost, you know, 4 or 5 keepers, and nice ones too, you know, 2+ pounders. But when you guys were behind me and camera wasn't there yet, but I did lose one as soon as I pulled up. It was like a 3 pounder, by far the biggest thing I hooked all day, and I had it on 2.5 square bill, and it just come up and threw it. And I'm glad the camera wasn't there, because I did some naughty things and said a couple bad words, but and I might have broke a rod over my knee at some point today. But you know, this sport, guys, is just it's a mental sport, you know, and I want to beat everybody here just like everybody wants to beat me and everybody else too, you know. But guys, you got to stay mentally in it, and today I just didn't. So the goal tomorrow is to mentally stay in it. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Just do my game, and you know, let the chips fall where they may. All right, guys, day 2 starts now. I got a lot of ground to make up, but you know what? We're just gonna go out and have fun today. We might not catch anything, but we might catch a good bag. I don't know. I'm just gonna try to go have fun, put my head down and grind, and you know, try not to worry too much about what's going on. Like I said, just enjoy the day, enjoy the times, and I'm lucky enough to be able to do this. So, with that being said, day 2 starts now. All right, guys, day 2 begins now. You know, like I said, yesterday is behind us. We're not going to worry about the weight we had. We're just going to try to go have fun today and you know, catch all we can catch. At the end of the day, remember why we're out here, how lucky we are to be able to come out here and do this, because there's a lot of people that would trade with me even to come out here and catch 6 pounds. So I got to really remind myself of that, and just how blessed we are to be able to come out here and do this. So, like that being said, day 2, new day. I'm gonna try to catch us a couple nice ones today, or at least keep them on. How about that? That was a big one. Oh my gosh. Really? Did you see that? That little sucker has no problem getting it. Yes, sir. Number 1. Thank you, Lord. Let's get another one, dude. Big one. Stay on, baby. Boys, we're busting a freaking bag today. We gonna bust a bag today. Let's freaking go, dude. I'm tired of messing around, man. I'm tired of it. I definitely feel a lot better today than I did yesterday about this time. But you know, I got 2 really, really good ones. And you know, if I can catch 3 more like it, gosh, man, we'd have a freaking bag. So that's what we're shooting for. If I can quit from getting hung up. We're gonna focus a lot more on this like kind of rocky stuff. Kind of off the bank a little bit that runs off these points, and just see, because that's where them 2 big ones come from. And Just had another one on right back there. It didn't feel big though, but it was a bite. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all right now. The best thing that has happened right now is that we ain't gotta go back out tomorrow. Ow. More than yesterday. We improved.
There you go.
Tristan, how'd it go today, man?
Glad it's over with, brother.
Which boat number?
37.
One of them, huh?
Yeah.
Tristan McCormick coming up. Former college bracket champion, start off with 6'10", day number 1. 3 to go with it today, Tristan. It looks like 3 of the right ones. 3 fish were at 9 pounds even. You're jumping to 28th place, so you caught 3 good ones.
Yeah, man, I wish I could have filled a limit, but you know what? And those fish might matter for points at the end of the year. But I'm glad this one's over. I love Oklahoma. I used to live here, but I'm going back to Tennessee. We're going to get in that lake.
Sounds good, Tristan.
See you,
Good
bro.
job. We'll see where you end up. 28th right now. Lake Messer.
Thanks, sir.
Going up.
9 pounds. It's a 3-pound average. Come on. All right, guys, like I said, Eufaula is complete. You know, all in all, from practice to the tournament, it was an absolute grind. You know, day 1 yesterday, I had 4 bites, and 3 of them were literally line burners, and I had 1 decent one. But, you know, I wouldn't take anything back. I wouldn't do anything different. I fished the way I thought, you know, would be really a good chance to catch a good bag, and, you know, just didn't pan out. The first day, I lost several of them, and you guys didn't get to see much of that, but it was pretty bad. And but you know, today I actually had a lot of fun. Even though I still weighed in 3 that weighed 9 pounds. So you know, like I said, all in all, fun week. Really not though. Today was really the only fun day, but it was just hot, grimy, and gosh, I'm ready to get back home, see my wife. And you know, up next we got a pretty quick turnaround at St. Clair, and I love me some smallmouth. I'm ready to get up there in that cooler weather. I'm sure you're going to have a great show there, but you know, I'm excited. You guys are back with me on Leech Lake, the next event right after that. So we got 4 tournaments left in the Bassmaster Opens. You know, the goal for the year is, you know, to get 1 or 2 top 10s. Of course, to get 1 top 10, but you always want more than that. But that's what we're going to strive to do the rest of the year, you know, kind of really out of the points. But all the points do matter, because you know, there's word on the street from, you know, a lot of people and, you know, some guys at Bassmaster that there is going to be a new trail next year, and so we're trying to get as many points as we can so we can still stay up in that percentage, you know, to go to the next trail. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate everything. Always enjoy doing these KOBs, and we'll see you guys on the next one.